everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Kerry. I'm Kerry Murphy, the Health and Wellness Coordinator for the City of Salem and also a registered dietitian. We are here today with Salem resident Neera Ahluwalia, who is going to share her recipe for Dahl, a traditional Indian meal made with lentils, and then we are going to cook a simplified version of the dish afterwards.
Hi, my name is Neera Ahluwalia and I'm from India. And I'm a Salem resident living here almost 45 years in USA. And I want to show you how to make dal. We call dal in English, we call lentils. And we have a different varieties of dal, and I'll show you how to make this simple moong dal. It's called split dal in English. And this dal is very easy to make. You have to soak it either overnight, or if you are in a hurry, you can make it in the pressure cooker. Just soak it for 15-20 minutes and drain it. First you have to wash it, then drain it. Then if the 1 cup of dal, you put 2 cups of water and you cook it in the pressure cooker also if you want. You can cook 2 ways. Either you saute onions first in the oil, put onions, cinnamon sticks, and 1 bay leaf, and saute it. Then you put garlic, grated garlic or garlic ginger paste, either one, and tomatoes, and let it cook, and put all the ingredients of masalas, which spices like salt, turmeric, red chili flakes, green chilies, and turmeric, and coriander powder, and you let it cook till the oil comes on the surface. Then you add the dal, then let it cook. Just stir it for a few minutes, then put the water and let it cook on slow heat till it's done. The dal is our Indian tradition. We cook almost every day at night, or usually at night, and we serve with rice or roti, and naan. With this, we make raita. In yogurt, we put cucumbers, onions, tomatoes, anything. Or there we have some, like a, bundi. It's made out of chickpea flour. And we make a batter, and then we fry it, little tiny things. Then you put it in the yogurt. You eat with dal. And we make one dry vegetables like potatoes and spinach or okra, anything, or eggplant, bharta. That's all we have every night. Different dals and different way to make it.
So we are going to make a simplified version of dal that is going to be made with items that you can easily find in any grocery store. So we are going to start with the ingredients. So you're going to need olive oil, some fresh cilantro. We're going to use the juice of half a lemon, 1 medium-sized onion chopped up small, and about 5 cloves of garlic also chopped up small. And for spices, you can use fresh ginger, a tablespoon of fresh peeled and minced ginger, or a 1/4 teaspoon of dried. We're going to use dried today just to make it easy. We're going to use a teaspoon of turmeric and also a tablespoon of garam masala, which is an Indian spice here. So we have everything already measured out into a bowl. And you're also going to need some vegetable stock, 1 can of diced tomatoes, no spices, no basil, just regular diced tomatoes in their juices, and also 1 can of full fat coconut milk. So the first thing we're going to do is heat up a tablespoon of olive oil in a large pan. And we're going to add the onion. And you're going to saute this for about 5 minutes until it's translucent, and then we'll add the garlic. So next we're going to add the 5 cloves of garlic. And saute that for about 1 minute. And then we're going to add all of our spices, the ginger, the garam masala, the turmeric, and the red pepper flakes. So keep stirring until the garlic and the onion are all coated in the spices. And if it gets too dried out, you can add a little bit of water to it. So next we're going to add the lentils. It's 1.5 cups of red lentils. And our 3 cups of broth. And the can of coconut milk. Okay, and the whole can of diced tomatoes in their juices. And just keep mixing. So we're going to turn the heat up to high, bring it to a boil, then let it simmer, turn the heat down a little bit and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. So lentils are also really low in sodium and saturated fat. There have been studies showing that it can help reduce blood pressure, and it also has a type of resistant starch that can help slow down the digestion of carbohydrates. So it can also help with blood sugar control for those who are watching their blood sugar.
Okay, this is called moong dal. This is called dal masoor, red dal. This is also called masoor dal, brown. Then there's a chana dal, we call chickpeas dal. And we have a kidney beans, we call rajma, that you can make and eat with rice.
So this is now boiling. As you can see, it's all blended together. So we're going to turn down the heat a little bit and let this simmer for about 15 minutes. And then we can add in anything else that we want to add. We have some baby spinach here. I have about 3 cups of baby spinach that we'll add in after it's simmering, along with the lemon juice, just enough so the spinach can wilt. So while this is simmering, we're going to talk a little bit about the nutritional benefits of lentils. And as Neera was saying, there are many different types of lentils. For today, we're using the red lentils, which are very quick cooking. They tend to break down and get kind of mushy as they cook, so they're a great thickener for stews and soups. And then there are also the green and brown lentils, which are probably the most used. Usually that's what you find in lentil soups. The great thing about lentils is that, unlike most dried beans, you don't have to soak them overnight. They're very quick cooking. You can usually cook a meal in 15 to 20 minutes. Red lentils actually take the least amount of time to cook. They take about 15 minutes before they're ready. So lentils are also a very affordable and a really good source of fiber, iron, potassium, and folate. They're also a really great source of plant-based protein. They even have more protein per gram than some dried beans, with about 9 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber per half cup. They are a really good source of fiber and protein to your diet. Okay, so this is almost done simmering, so we are going to add the juice of half a lemon. You can just hand squeeze this in. You just want to be careful you don't get the seeds in there. And we're also going to add in about 3 cups of baby spinach, just enough to let it wilt. Just make sure all of the spinach gets covered so it cooks in. And then we are just going to turn off the heat, let the spinach wilt a little bit, and it'll be ready to serve. Okay, so we're almost ready to serve. We're just going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt to taste. stir that in. And then we're going to use about 1/4 cup of cilantro, and we're going to stir that in as well. And now you have a quick weeknight version of red lentil dal. And the best thing about this is that it's also a one-pot meal, so you only have one pot to clean up afterwards. So thank you for joining us today for another episode of Cooking with Kerry, and I also want to say thank you very much to Neera for joining us today and sharing her dal recipe with us.
Thank you.